Now, some of you may think I'm exaggerating when I say this November's elections are more important than any I can remember in my lifetime.
In this election, we are fighting to win, and we are going to win.
Republicans and Democrats may genuinely hate each other, but they love their own power even more. That's why they collude so often to keep those pesky libertarians, greens, and independents away from the lucrative levers of government. The 2018 midterms, like all campaign seasons, have been chock full of two-party shenanigans, all too often aided and abetted by journalists, pollsters, and the voters themselves. It all starts with ballot access. If a state government considers you a major party, getting on the ballot is a snap. Worst case scenario, you need to collect signatures from a tiny fraction of your own registered voter base. Best case, you just show up.
How you doing?
You're a major. Party on. Third-party and independent candidates, on the other hand, have to collect tens of thousands of signatures in some states, 15,000 to run for governor in New York, including at least 100 in each congressional district. In fact, Arizona Republicans recently changed the law to make libertarians have to collect signatures not just from their own voters, but from registered independents as well. And by the way, that doesn't apply to the Green Party, which means in Arizona this year, in the US Senate race, which is neck and neck, there's a Green candidate but not a Libertarian. Some states push their filing deadlines all the way back to a year before the election. That's one of many reasons why candidates like Evan McMullin, when they get a sudden itch to run for president, are lucky to make it on even a dozen ballots. New Hampshire this year herded all third parties under the same ballot line, confusingly titled Libertarians and Other Candidates. New Mexico tried, and thankfully failed, to institute a straight party ballot, meaning voters in this 3-2 Democratic state could automatically vote for all the candidates in one party by checking off just one box. Gary Johnson's surging poll numbers, I am sure, were purely coincidental. Getting your name on the ballot doesn't mean it's going to be included in the polls. The Nevada race for US Senate, for example, is universally rated a toss-up, and yet the first 3 independent polls released this October did not include Libertarian Tim Hagen, even though previous surveys had him at around 4%. How about the debates? Pennsylvania Senate candidate Dale Kearns was assured of a spot on stage and then uninvited.
If we can implement fresh ideas into the system, they're going to have to change.
Texas gubernatorial candidate Mark Tippett was told he didn't have enough qualifying press, in part because his coverage in the Spanish language media didn't count in Texas.
All Texans have a right to hear from all of the options that will be on the ballot for governor this November.
Iowa governor candidate Jake Porter, who's polling higher than any other LP State House contender, says his debate invitations were rescinded, in part because he refused to buy commercials. The freer and more general the competition, Adam Smith wrote in 1776, the more advantageous it will be to the public. Competitors, he warned, will always try to widen the market and narrow the competition. Our system of government, that other glorious achievement from 1776, has for too long been controlled by the same type of market-rigging forces that Adam Smith warned us about. It's about time to make American politics competitive again.